Did he just throw the money out? Oh, he's throwing the money out.
A stolen tow truck is on the run, and police are right behind. The driver is acting strange, throwing money out of the window and barely keeping control of the truck.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I am just happy to be part of this pursuit. And this man is getting his couple minutes of fame. I'm pretty sure he's live streaming this. Either that or he's very animated with somebody, one of his friends. Yep. Is that money in his hand? Maybe he's got money in his hand. I thought it was a phone. Oh, he's got money in his hand. Are you trying to bribe an officer, sir? Did he get more money? Let's see how many cops are following this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 officers. That is a pretty heavy vehicle. Tow trucks, well, clearly they do tow other vehicles, and they actually have added weight on them for that ability. And this could create a problem. Even moving slow, a head-on collision could create a lot of problems and maybe hurt somebody, and nobody wants to see that happen. Right now, LAPD, they're making the plans. They're talking about maybe trying to do something to bring this to an end, or possibly handing it off to the valley. They got those 9 police cars behind them. That one driver of the tow truck seems to be pretty agitated, and I think he's back to the cash there. I'm not really sure, but at first I thought he was talking on the phone. He's very, very animated, possibly inebriated, but all these things not good for what's going on, especially for the public at large. Again, right now we're making our way northbound on Sepulveda Boulevard, getting through the Sepulveda Pass. We've passed the Getty. The next stop, I think, is going to be Skirball. Is going to be the next one that we're going to be coming by. But right now, though, very slow going. The law enforcement, lights and sirens on. At least they're being able to warn the public that something is going on, and possibly to be alert and stay out of the way of that tow truck. You know what? I can show you that, and thank you for bringing that up, Sandra. There you go. There's the actual locations and also the speeds. We're doing 19 miles an hour. Maybe we were topping out at 20 there for a little bit. And nice and slow and go. You know, we just don't know if that is because of the truck is disabled in a way, because like I said, that on the passenger side, that front tire completely gone down to the rim, or possibly that's the driver might not know exactly what's going on right there, or there also is another possibility that this might have been disabled somehow through something like a Starlink or something like that, and that could be causing the problems right there. He made a quick move, and that one reason why was that right there, the spike strip. So he did see that coming. So even if even if he is a little inebriated, he's wise enough to keep an eye out for that. That might have brought this to an end with 2 flat front tires, but it's continuing on right there, 18 miles an hour. We're coming up to the tunnels here in a moment. Good thing he's not getting onto the freeways. This would be creating a lot of traffic issues, and it's a Friday. Nobody wants that. But LAPD, what they want is just to bring this to an end safely, get that guy in custody, that tow truck back to its owner, and hopefully no injuries to anybody on the ground. It's making its way into the Encino area right here, Sherman Oaks, and it is going to start getting really busy. I'm kind of looking out ahead. The trees, they're kind of block us every now and then, but believe me, we're not going to lose them. LAPD, they've got a number of officers down there as well, and of course the PD helicopter up here too. So right there, I think those those wacky kids call that ghost riding the whip. You know, it's all just bad though. It's all just bad, and when he makes these swerving turns right there, you just kind of wonder what is going on in that guy's mind, and we will just never know because we cannot put ourselves in that position. Backing up now, looks like he was unhappy with the fact that there was no traffic, and now putting himself into the traffic. This is also very dangerous because he's heading towards some officers. Yeah. If he swerves or tries to hit one of those officers, that's going to be a game changer as well. Right now, though, still very slow moving, making our way back towards Sepulveda Boulevard, and in one of those spots, well, if he stays there, we're going to be okay. We're going to be able to see him the whole time. Don't know why he likes that one spot right there, but now it looks like he's slowing down, kind of taunting those officers to do something. You know, we don't want to see anything going on. Definitely taunting the officers. And again, this is one of those type of situations where you just kind of wonder what is going on. And, you know, you got to give credit to the LAPD for keeping their cool in this situation.
Yeah, and what I was saying is we want to remind people, if you ever see a pursuit happening or police trying to follow a suspect, don't get involved. You know, don't try to be the hero. Don't try to block the way. Just get out of the way as quickly as possible. Don't engage in the suspect as well, because you see all those cars around this vehicle and this tow truck. They probably don't know what's happening. They see all the black and whites as well. But again, if you're a member of the public and you see something like this happening, just please let the officials do what they're doing and the professionals do their job.
Definitely. And, you know, the law enforcement, that's one of the things. They really dislike it if any of those officers if any of the public get involved or try to bring this thing to an end. We've seen that happen in the past. And, you know, it just boggles my mind. It's like, what are you guys thinking? Plenty of spike strips out there. We saw the LAPD. They're doubling it up. Look at that. I don't know if that's going to help or hinder that situation. But if he keeps looking out towards the back, that's going to be it's going to be good for the officers. The suspect might not notice those spike strips down there, but LAPD, they're taking this very, very seriously. You can see those officers out of their vehicle. Some of them, they do have their weapons drawn. Again, if this guy puts it in reverse, this could change in a heartbeat out here. Hopefully nothing crazy like that happens.
Here we go. You see the suspect coming out, hopefully, of the tow truck. Thankfully, no collisions in all of this, and it doesn't look like anyone got hurt in terms of people driving by both northbound and southbound of Sepulveda Boulevard at this point. But yes, a very heavy presence of police officers trying to put an end to this pursuit of an erratic driver of the stolen tow truck. Again, started at 108 on Westwood and Sawtell, so a good amount of time here that they've been following this guy, and they definitely want to put this to an end.
Definitely want to bring this to an end. I'm going to just point out real quick, officers from LAPD, I do see some lethal weapons out, but I also see a number of non-lethal, and they are ready to deploy them. Also, Sepulveda Boulevard right there at Ventura, they're still letting some traffic go to the south right there. You can see some of those cars making it through, but a lot of that traffic blocked right now. LAPD's got to keep this area clean for the officers to do their job as it goes for the actual pursuit. The vehicle has stopped that person out of the vehicle, and it looks like he's actually starting to move farther and farther away from the truck, which is a great sign. But again, just kind of slow moving, and they're just taking it one step at a time. Like he's actually slowly making his way another couple of steps, one step at a time, getting closer to those officers, and that's all they want him to do. Get it close enough where they can put the cuffs on him, take him into custody, clear the roadway, and call it a day.
Obviously agitated, arguing or yelling about something, trying to make his case, maybe trying to explain himself. Who knows what he's saying, right? And the mental state and the emotional state of someone like this. So they're trying to deal with this the best as possible. And they're professionals. Again, they're trained.
There we go.
They know what to do. And here it goes.
There we go.
All right.
Yep.
Glad to see that.
And just really nice and smooth.
Yep.
Yeah, got the cuffs on him. Going to bring this to an end. So this is all coming to an end. Hopefully there were no injuries with it before we got here, but it does look like that tow truck is, they're going to clear it. And it seems to be all taken care of. That suspect in custody. Hopefully they have these roadways opened up shortly.